Okay. That's not where. Oh, okay. Turn that off. Okay. Good. Okay. You know, I should really get like a stand that makes it so I can look at my phone and still be able to read the comments. I forgot to turn on the audio for Minecraft. Hold on. You guys won't be able to hear it. But here we are. Oh, by the way, I'm also oh, it's already night. Well, fuck you too then. Okay, so we have a problem, and this is one of the reasons why I cannot wait to get to get the water in here, because once I make that cobblestone generator, I already have some redstone that I got from killing some witches. So there's that. Because here's the thing. Hold on, I got some redstone. So if I go into redstone right here, I would be able to make a dispenser, which will eject arrows. So what I'm gonna do is once I get enough, I am going to okay, hold on. You can already hear the problem. Fuck, I forgot. Yeah, I was on here like a little bit earlier, but the only thing I did was I just went to here and then this and stood like this for like about like 30 seconds. And the reason why I did that was because, well, I needed to get myself like a screenshot of myself, but apparently Minecraft won't let me do that. So I had to record a video of doing that. I deleted the video. I probably should have just made that into a short. But hey, it's fine. It's fine. Um um so I So what I'm gonna do once when I'm able to make that a cobblestone generator, trust me, once we make the cobblestone generator, everything will be downhill from there. That's one of the things. But also, but the reason why is because I want to make a dispenser so I can put it up in there and I can just start just start spamming like a lever on both sides. So that way they can all start dying, and that way the spiders that are for some reason there can just start dying, and they can all start dropping down here, because I don't know if you've noticed, but every single time when this has happened, that happens every time. Every time. I have an idea of what I should do. So I'm not talking, I just... This is one of the reasons why I'm not liking today. Oh, we got a bunch of music discs. I might just make a command block that just says kill all spiders. Is there a way to make a room spawn proof to specifically spiders? Because if so, I would very much love to do that. I have an idea. Oh, fuck. Okay. There we go. I have an idea. I've been thinking too small. I haven't been thinking correctly enough. Okay. 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 I know what I must do. Okay? I know what I must do. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Boom. Okay. So I'm gonna take out. I'm going to make it so that this is gonna stay there, okay? All of this completely stay the same except for that point right there. Okay, well, I don't have any more. Well, okay, let's do this. Okay, and there we go. Okay. This is good. This is good. This is okay. I thought I figured out something. Okay, we have figured out something. I say we, even though I was the one that did it, but I'm giving more. But I'm gonna say we because we are a collective here. Ah! I was about to try and trick shot me, but little does he know, I'm a terrible shot. Never mind, I'm an amazing shot. No one can compare. Me after getting one shot correct. Why not? Okay, wait, actually I do see the reason. I see the reason. Okay, never mind. I was horribly wrong. I'll be too. Actually, let's leave that like that. Because one, well, I got enough. Two, fuck this. Three, yes. I don't really need that there. Also, I am going to need to trust me, this is annoying to me as well. This is annoying to me as well. Okay. There. And then, boom. Okay, then put this here. Oh no, wait, hold on. I can easily just there. Well, that thing's gone forever. Goodbye. Don't worry, I have much more trees. This is what rich people are like with money. Don't answer that. I just realized my own. I just realized my own question. Okay. Okay, here we go. These up. Okay. Okay. Anything else? Oh, I've just noticed you. Don't think I didn't. Okay, it's right. I almost fell off. Okay, it's right here. Okay. So this is how I'm gonna do this. There we go. Here's the thing. Originally, I was gonna do satisfactory. I can't say original. Originally, I was gonna do this, but then I was like, why not satisfactory? And I was like, I don't have satisfactory installed. Okay, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna leave that like that. Let's see if that fixes a lot of stuff. Okay. See if that fixes stuff. Alright? Okay. See how much this fixes. Boom. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Now we can just be here and everything will be... okay, and hopefully, now that I have fixed that... Hopefully now that I fixed that, and I go here... Let's hope that this works. Okay? Stand right here. I'm gonna take a bite out of my burger. That's extremely messy now because the sauce got everywhere. Okay. Now I wait for myself to heal. And then we're gonna go up and check to see how we're doing. Yes, I know there's a hole in the roof, and the only reason why that's there is so that way I don't get mobs spawning in here. Okay, now let's just wait here until the hunger goes down. How are you guys doing? I hear. Yes! Okay, we're doing good now. Come at me, motherfucker. Okay, you were supposed to die in with one. Okay, let's go up. Let's check to see how everything's doing. Okay, everything seems to be coming down a lot smoother. Come at me. Okay, now that I fixed that, I should be getting a lot more of these guys here. There's a movie that I really want to watch, and it's called 3,000 Years of Longing. And honestly, I honestly want to watch it. I haven't seen it yet. I do want to watch it people will tell me, oh, that don't watch it, it's a horrible movie, it's just another romance movie, all that stuff. Some bullshit like that. No, I'm gonna watch that. A lot of people kept telling me that don't want not to watch the live action Aladdin because it was bad. I liked it. It was good. I liked the live action Aladdin. However, I prefer the old genie. I preferred the old genie with the not Will Smith. What was his name? Oh shit, what was his name? I can't remember the old genie, the guy who acted as the old genie. Oh, actually, no, what we're gonna do is we're going to be in here and let them all come down. Let them all spawn. Because what they do is, I mentioned this in an earlier stream, what they do is they, what the mobs will do is that they will, yeah, and yes, for anyone that's surprised that I'm eating rotten flesh, yes, because it's my primary diet, and yes, I do realize that I have potatoes. Oh, I have an apple. Okay, and this is my primary diet, and yes, I got apple, but I'm gonna wait for my hunger to go down for that. And yes, I do have potatoes, but potatoes are not really good, not really good for putting up hunger. But anyway, but so, and yes, I might have some apples because I cut down the trees because I chose oak because I was smart and chose oak. But the way how they work is that they will spawn on like a slab or something, but it's a top slab, okay? But they cannot wander unless their AI can choose a whole block. However, staircase and slab don't count as a full block. So a full block like this, they will look towards and they will wander towards it. And that's why we got a bunch of and that's how you're able to make a mob farm without any water. And also, I got the idea after watching a guy called a Magnum Opus. What does he have on him? Blast protection. Cool. A guy called Magnum Opus. You seem to have a nice bow. So I was like, yes, that makes sense. And he actually explained that in there. I was like, I see. So it turns out watching other people play games actually is beneficial. Let's cut down the trees as a pastime. So we can get some apples. Did I get one? Nope. But what I did get is I'm gonna go stand in here and wait for more mobs to spawn. Yes. I'm pretty like we got a bunch of mobs spawning up there right now. However, if I stand here, will more spawn in. I mean, not more spawn in, but will more come down? Because I'm standing like right here. Will more think, oh, there's someone over there. Let me come. Okay, it seems like that might be working. Okay. What the f- I just realized something. Hold on. Okay. Give me a second. Hold on. You guys, I don't think you guys are able to hear the hear the you guys aren't able to hear the music. What? Wait, are you sure then? What? Wait, why can't it go towards the Why can't it? I'm just realizing that it won't. It won't allow that for some reason. It's music and sound. What? I'm just realizing it won't let me. It won't let me show. Won't let me have the audio for you guys. It's just the. It's just the Okay, cool. I got the advancement suit up. You want to know what I would very much like is an iron bar. I don't know why I can't get you guys to hear this. Why can't... What's wrong with this? Properties. Yes. Why can't... Do I need to get out of Minecraft and then try something else? Hold on. So quit the title. Okay, maybe that'll work now. Oh, actually, you just reminded me. I'm gonna delete that. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with this. For some reason, you guys aren't able to hear the noise. You guys aren't able to hear the sound. There used to be a way for you guys to hear the sound. Like I have the thing. Okay, let's put that away, put that away, put that away, put that away, put that away. Put this. There. I'm gonna keep that. I really don't understand why you guys can't hear. There we go. There. I don't know why. I don't know why you guys can't hear it. Thing is, it's not muted. I'm just glad that I'm now just glad that I fixed the problem. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna okay, the problem shouldn't be as severe. Okay. Yeah, it shouldn't be as severe now that now that now that we got several now that I fixed that one problem, we should be a lot, and we should be a lot better off. Fuck. Trust me, once okay, I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, once we get that one I smell a witch. Okay, she didn't drop any balls, but she did drop a bunch more redstone, which actually can be used a lot later. So there we go. Sorry, but this one is really bothering me. Get there. So on the bright side, you guys don't have to listen to any of like the annoyingness that is the all right. All right. Oh, I've been going 28 minutes. Shit. Well, let's waste a bit more time by cutting down more trees, huh? Well, fun fact, when I first started playing this, my dad didn't like the game because at one point I said, I'm gonna go kill a cow. He thought the game was violent after that. Took him a while to realize that the game was just fun. Did I not make it high enough? Okay. The more trees we cut down, the more wood we get. The more wood we get, the more we can build. There we go. luring them down. Because at this point in this episode, I'm trying to get a carrot. So if I get a carrot before I get an iron, I'm gonna be mad. I mean, if I get iron before I can even get a carrot, I'm gonna be mad. Wait. So 9 times 9. Okay, wait, hold on. 9 times 8. Actually, you know what? I should probably not wear these. Simply because I want to actually save these up. So, what's 9 times 8? 8, 16, 24, 32, 4. Wait, no, wait, what's, okay, so it'll be 71. I would need 71 of these in order to make one golden apple. Great. The reason why I'm gonna need a golden apple is for when I get a zombie villager. Why do I need a zombie villager, you may ask? Well, you see, a zombie villager will actually help me when it comes to trading, because I'll be able to cure one using a witch. And, you know what? Maybe tomorrow I'll play Satisfactory. What time is it? It's currently 8. It's 8:06. 8:16. Scared me. Wait, what's in here? No, it's in here until I'm at full health. How about that? All right, now let's wait until my hunger's gone, and then we'll go and get them. Deception. There we go. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here's one. You want to know something I've always wanted to do? You know how, like, in, like, I don't, a long time ago, if you remember, like, when Dan and Diamond Minecraft, if you remember when he would do, like, Lucky Block, mod reviews, on specifically, like, Halloween ones, there was, like, this map that he would be in that I honestly want to be on. And granted, I'm pretty sure that map wasn't really as amazing as I would think, but honestly, I've been trying to find that exact map, or any map with those ghost clouds on them. Come on. How? Okay. You want to know, I would play Command and Conquer again, but I think Matt wants to be with me when I do that, whenever I play Command and Conquer, so I haven't really played in a while. Also, I do want to go back to playing Fast Food Simulator. Which fun fact, Mike is the reason why why I got the game anyway. Yeah, but he hasn't played it. And one time we did play it, he spent quite a while in only like single player before he got off. I was like, I was sitting there just in the lobby being like, I'm waiting for that invite. Boom. Oh, it's a big it's a big entry. Oh shit, I made a mistake. I made a horrible mistake. Made a horrible mistake. What? How long have I been going? 36 minutes. Okay. It's a good thing that this tree grew because I was running low on wood. I know. Amazing how that can happen. Shit. There. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna sit right here. Do this once again. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay. I am still confused on why I can't, Carrot! Yes! Hold on. Okay. Some stuff away. Let's put some stuff away. This thing. There. Okay, so I can still open that to that. Okay, good. Okay. I got excited there for a second because I was like, yes. We finally got a carrot, which will be good for pigs, but also are really good for us as well. Like, I mean, seriously, watch this. I mean, see how much that gives? You know what? I'm gonna be spending some time doing this. Okay. Because, well, I'm gonna be... The reason why I'm doing this is because, well, I want more of them to spawn in. But also, I want, But also, I want as much food as I can. And yes, I know it's annoying, so just bear with me. It's a shame that we don't have any, We got our first iron ingot. We got our first iron ingot, everyone. This is big. This is huge. You are my precious. No longer will I need to rely. You know, just to Let's I wish that there was a there we go. There we go. We don't need any of these. Just so I can... I know this is gonna take a bit, but still. Don't really know what I would need these for, so... Oh no, I need to put that away. I need to put this away. There we go. Because I know we're gonna need that. We're just gonna wait until a whole bunch of them join in. Once I get the cauldron, I'm gonna wait for it to rain. Once it rains, I'm going to fill up those what's it called? I got such a sustainable source of food now. I got a huge sustainable source of food. Bro, I'm not gonna need to eat. I'm not gonna need to do this for a while. Like, the only time I'm probably gonna need to do this is when I need to start, like, it's like when I need to get rid of a bunch of bone meal. I'm just gonna get rid of all of the bone meal that I got. Then I'm gonna go back to them. Also, do I have any Also, what do I got? I got efficiency. Don't really know what I would need that for at the moment, but oh, well, there's that. So how much do I? Yeah, all right. Did somebody break your heart? Okay, now let me just maybe thinking I'm stupid for doing this. But here's the thing. You're right. But I'm mostly doing this simply because I'm about to run out of durability on this. That's another one. That's 2 down. That is 2 down. That is 2 down. You know what? Let me just a little bit of organizing on this. Simply because I got There's certain things I just don't need. All right. Let's make this take a bit. Let's give people a seizure here. There we go. There we go. How we're doing, by the way? Pretty sure we're doing pretty good. Yep, we're doing I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Well, I now have another bow, which you may be thinking, why are you collecting the bows? Well, the reason why I'm collecting the bows is simply because I want to simply because I want to keep them for when I get a what's it called, a furnace. It's for what's it called, fuel. Best viewers on streamboot.com. Remove the space and then that. This is big. This is big. This is big. Nice view. You know what I should really do? Is I should really really just find like a thing that says "be right back" or something like that. Because I know Matt has that. I know that Matt has that, and I honestly want to know how he does it. All right. You know, there are people out there that want to be with someone that's just like them. To which a lot of times I'm like, yeah, go ahead. But then there are some people who I will look at and be like, that's not a good idea. Reason why is a lot of times people will look at some people and they will be like, wow, wow, they act so bad. Like they don't know how to like act around people. Why are they like this? Because I don't like talking to this person. Nah, I don't like that I met this person or something like that, right? Well, you know what I say to that? Sometimes, like, there's some people where I'm like, you know what I say to that? They're like, what? I'm like, what I say is, congratulations, you've met yourself. Because there's some people that act really bad, but they don't see it unless they see how other people see them. But they have to see it from like a different point of view. They have to see how other people act. They have to see that how other people act in the same way they act in order to finally see how bad they are. Which is one of the things that I say. You know, yesterday I was talking about I was having a deep conversation with just myself because not really anyone was watching. But then here we are today where I'm just like we got iron. So I should really come up with like more ways to talk about stuff. Like every once in a while I'll come up with like those conversations where I'll be like, people don't understand this, people don't understand that. I used to read stuff like this, used to not, or something like that. But I'm only now, but before I didn't really want to keep this going. I was kind of bored. Like usually like when I say how usually like when I'm playing like Minecraft like this, like where nothing really is going on, where it's just a void all around us. It's just a void all around us, nothing here, and it's just this on just this plane where these guys just come in just to die. Yeah. And I'm like, what? How long have we been going? Usually when I say that, like right now, we have officially been going for exactly 1 hour. But but the thing is, usually I would jump at the opportunity to stop this and be like, yeah, I'm done with the stream now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But now I'm actually kind of determined to get that seventh piece of iron. Remember, it's 1 out of every 200 zombies. One out of every 200 zombies. Let me think. Something to talk about. So now I kind of want to just keep on pressing on. Actually, let's check something. Statistics. Zombies. Zombie. Okay. Slain zombies. Where would zombies be? Mobs. Okay, here we go. Mobs. Zombies. 201. Oh, fuck. But I got 2 out of it, so... No, I killed 104 zombies because zombie villagers count. Something to talk about. Let me see. I watched the movie Fight Club a long time ago, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch it again. I decided to watch it again, and I'm not gonna say it's as good as I remember, nor am I gonna say if it's as bad as it's worse than I remembered. It's actually pretty much the same as I remembered it. But give me a second. Let me just go back in here. It's kind of pretty much the same. However, there are certain things I'm starting to notice because more of like the fact of you don't there are certain things where like people are like, oh, you don't want to watch it like a second time, watch it first, watch it once and you're good. But Fight Club is one of those movies where you kind of have to watch it a second time because there are certain things in the movie that they explain that make it so that when you watch it again you notice the thing that they explain but you didn't notice it the first time. But you didn't notice it the first time. Like for example, well, there's a certain point where they explain in the movie that just like because they can easily just put in like a single frame of something, just for like a split second, and people want to notice it, but they did. Or either that, but then you watch it again and you notice that Tyler Durden does the same thing over and over again throughout the movie. When he does the same thing before you actually meet him. Okay, well, I got rid of... Okay, so yeah, that shouldn't be getting rid of those. Hello. So, like, you notice that. But the thing is, another reason why I'm watching it is because it actually does bring up a good point with a lot of insomnia. And it took me a long time to realize that... the reason why... it took me a long time to realize the reason why, our protagonist here, was finally able to sleep after crying. Because at first I thought it was just because he was finally able to cry. But after watching it again, I'm not done with it. I just got up to the part where they're talking about Fight Club. I'm not joking. I just got to that part where they're talking about the rules of Fight Club. And the thing is, I finally figured it out because before I thought it was just because he couldn't cry. Yeah, or was because he couldn't cry. No, the reason why was because he was an insomniac. He was stressed. One of the main reasons for insomnia is stress. And that and the reason why he was finally able to sleep after crying was because when he said it's okay, you can let go, he was finally able to allow himself to relax and finally let go. Instead of just being stressed all the time, he finally allowed himself to relax. And finally he was able to sleep. And then when that girl came in, what was her name? Marla something, I can't remember. He started getting stressed again because he thought, oh no, there's just someone here that's just here to just rain on my parade. But in reality, she was just there because her philosophy was, oh, I can die at any moment. It's just a tragedy that I haven't. Yet. No, that's her actual philosophy. Like he says that in the movie. He's like, her philosophy is that you can die at any moment. Tragedy is that she hasn't yet. That was it. I don't think that was her philosophy, but there is a certain point where in the movie, which once again I haven't gotten to yet, but I have seen the movie, so not really spoilers. But there's a point where she takes enough pills that can kill her. So she tries to commit suicide, or she just she just gets really high, and she just tries to get high, but then she overdoses. So there's that. I'm gonna rid this entire place of trees, and then I'm gonna replant them. Call me the Onceler and the Lorax mixed together. The Oncelax. The Lax. The Once Axe. The Once Axe. I was once an axe, and became a tree. You know, there is a saying called I don't okay, forgive me if I'm just if I get the saying wrong, but there is a saying that says the axe forgets the tree, but the tree remembers the axe. And what it's supposed to be is that, like, you can hurt somebody and you will you can completely forget about them, but them being the victim there, the one that was hurt, will not forget you. So, like, something that, like, which makes a lot of sense whenever you hear about somebody holding a grudge or something like that, because to you, what you did happened like years ago and you've moved on past it. But to the person that you probably did something to, to them it will feel like just yesterday. Now, a lot of times people will sympathize with the victim in this, and to which I'm like, okay, I agree with you on this. However, if the person who is the victim here had many opportunities to move past and to get help to move past something, and they refused it at every turn and are choosing to stay back at square one, nah, they're not, no. And the thing is, no, I don't mean like someone who like suffered trauma and is now traumatized. Well, yeah, someone who's traumatized. But if someone is traumatized and instead of like choosing to go and even so much as even ask for help, and I don't mean like oh, I'm too scared to ask for help. No, I mean like a person that realizes that their trauma or their situation gets them attention, and they decide, you know what, I'm just going to continue like this and not get any help and just stay like this and continue to milk this cow, even though the cow has been long dry, not just dry but dead for quite a while, for as long as I can. Then I'm not going to sympathize with them, because if you have a chance to try and move on from something, if something tragic happened to you, that is horrible, okay? I will sympathize with that, okay? You had something bad happen to you. But if you decide that you don't want any help and you want to just like milk this till it's dry, then I'm no longer going to sympathize with you, because because at first it's like, oh, I'm sorry that this happened to you, let me help you. It goes from that to, oh, you just want the attention. At that point, it's just you want the attention. And I know that there are people that are scared to ask for help. I know that there's that. But I mean like someone who doesn't even make an attempt to try and move on from their trauma, and just complains about they're not living in fear. They're not living in fear because of it. They're simply just complaining about how no one ever tries to help them when many people come and try and help them. At that point, I'm no longer like, oh, poor thing. I'm more of oh, you're that type of person. Yeah, I after at that point, I don't be surprised when like if like someone like me comes along and tries to help you, and then you tell them no, and then they stop helping you. Don't be surprised when that happens. Because that will happen. You neglect any sort of help at any turn, and then you're surprised when people stop helping you. Well, there's people out there where they'll be like, oh, why aren't you helping them? Why are you just leaving them there in the dust? And it's like, I tried my best. I tried helping them as best I can. No. I tried helping them. I tried to help them move on. They refused it. They're just sitting there soaking in their own like tears. I don't know, whatever. But I tried helping them. So so I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it here. With all of my effort that was put into helping, I'm just gonna leave it, and that's it. And that's gonna be it. They decide to, because this isn't just because, remember, if you're in a situation like this where you're traumatized or something bad happened to you and you're trying to get over it, you can't just rely on other people to help you. Yes, it's good to ask for help. Yes, it is good to ask for help, but it's also, and it's good to get help, but just remember the people who are helping you are not responsible for getting you all the way through it. They're only responsible for getting you maybe halfway there. All right, you can't just sit there and imagine, like, let's say getting, let's say it's a giant mountain that you have to climb, right, to heal. All right, let's say that this healing process is like walking up a mountain. You need to also then, like let's say that, and your trauma is like a handicap, it makes you handicapped. Okay, yeah, someone is helping you, and like, so you don't have and so your leg is broken. Okay, let's say that. Okay, yeah, someone comes along and helps you, and you tell them no, and you're going up there, and you're just sitting there at the bottom of the mountain, at the bottom of the mountain at step one. No, at the bottom of this mountain on the path to healing. All right. And then people keep on coming by, and you're just sitting there at the foot of the path, and people are like, "Oh, do you need me to help you up the? Do you need me to help you up the path, or down the mountain? We're going down the mountain. Let's say you're going down the mountain, okay?" And they're like, "Do you need me to help you down the path, down the mountain?" No. Okay. Oh, hey, do you need me to help you down the mountain? No. Okay. And after like 500 people, or like a whole bunch of, like, 20 different people, maybe, you know, let's say 10 different people, automatic, like, you can't just be like, oh, no one's helping me. Yeah, why is no one helping me? Well, it's because because you refused help at any turn. But then there's also the other kind where, like, where people expect for someone that's helping them to do all the work. No, this one is the one that's more of like climbing up the mountain. You can't just expect to just sit there and just have them like tie a rope around you and just drag you up the mountain. No, you can't just expect them to do that. You need to do some of it yourself. If you, like, let's say, like, once again, let's say you have a broken leg and you're trying to get down the mountain. You can't just expect somebody to just like drag you down the mountain. No, they're gonna pick you up and they're gonna put one leg forward. You're gonna put one leg forward, and then they're gonna walk with you, or they're gonna help you try and walk all the way down. You can't just expect them to do all the work for you. You need to do some of the work as well. You can't expect somebody that's helping you to do all the work for you, because they're helping you. All right, helping someone is not the same as doing everything for them. That's what a lot of people need to understand. But it seems that a lot of people need to really rethink that. Need to listen to what I just said. Well, it's a good thing that I got. There we go. But yeah, you can't just expect people that are helping you to just do all the work for you. You need to learn how to put some of the work in yourself. I made a short a while ago about like, when you get a job, you need to expect that you're gonna work. That you should expect to work. I say that with the entire like reason of, hey, please expect to work. Just please. Don't go into something just think that you don't have to do anything. No. When you get a job, you want that money, expect to work. The reason why I made that I made that video in the first place was because when I worked over at Village Inn, I was the dishwasher there. And one of the reasons why I quit was simply because of something that wasn't their fault, but it was something that honestly I just could not take anymore. And that was like, on a lot of times it would be like a very busy day, all right? It would be on like a very busy day, and I would be like, okay, it's gonna be busy. But then I'd be told, hey, we've hired a new guy. You know, you're gonna be training him on Saturday and Sunday. And I'm like, okay, great. And then I'm like, okay, I'm training someone, so this is gonna make the work slightly less on me and put some work on them, okay? Yeah, and I'm thinking, okay, the day is gonna be slightly better, slightly easier because of this. Because what I usually did was I'm like if I'm training them for 2 days, what I would do is on the first day I would say, okay, so here's where everything is, here's how to do everything. And, I'm gonna, for this day, I'm gonna need you're gonna watch how I do the stuff, and you're gonna take the plates from the dish pit into the cooking line, okay? And then if I were to train them a second day, I didn't often get to train them a second day. They often were already trained way before they got to me. Yeah, but what would happen was that, and then the second day I would train them to work the dishes as well, and then I would be the one that was taking the stuff to the cook line, which honestly I thought was a good idea and would be mentally better on me mentally, and easier for them to learn. Easier for them to learn. Because they would get the gist of one half of on one part of the work, on what seems to be like half the work, and then I can get them to work on the other part of it as well. And so they wouldn't be like learning everything all at once, right? However, every single time without fail, what would happen was that I would be told, hey, we got a guy that we just hired, and you're gonna be training him on this day. And I'm like, okay, great, amazing. Nah, I'm training someone, finally. I'm training someone, yay. Yeah. And then they would like train with one of the dishwashers, find out that they actually had to work. Found that they actually have to work. And then they would just quit the next day because they realized that in order to get money, they have to work, and they don't want that. They don't want to have to work like that. No. Why would they want that? No, and they just want the money. That's it. They don't want they're like my brother before he actually started working. Like, I'm not joking. My brother actually said this to me. Yeah, I don't want to work. I just want the money to just appear in my hand. Which honestly a lot of people think. Honestly, I would like that as well. But come on, you applied for a job. How is this surprising that you actually have to work in order to get money? You want to get paid? Okay, great. Guess what? You have to actually put the effort in. You have to actually put the effort in order to get what you want. In order to get what you want, you have to put the effort in. But apparently, when some people, turns out, never got the memo on that. Which honestly infuriates me. But that was one of the reasons why I left, was simply because of that reason. I could not take it anymore. I could not take that anymore. I just couldn't. Oh wait, I just got an idea. Okay. I'm gonna stand right here while I do this. It wasn't their fault. Okay. I want to make that very clear. It wasn't their fault. I just honestly just, as I said, could not take it, and I just wanted. And the reason, and you may be thinking, well, how would that affect you? Well, because oftentimes, like whenever that happened, I was like, and I was just like, okay, this is gonna be a better day, and I would honestly be like, okay, okay, I don't have to be so stressed about this. I can actually relax, and then I would and then I'll go in and I'll be like, hey, when are they coming in? Oh yeah, I don't know what happened to them. They just didn't show up. The amount of times I wanted to ask, hey, may I see the application, just so I can see where they live and drag them over here. I was a lot. I wanted to do that so many times. I want to drag them over there because I honestly was like, hey, look, this is a really busy day. I know that you think that I know you don't want to work, but hey, you applied for this job. You are going to do this. You are going to do your work. I'm going to train you and everybody's going to be happy, okay? Yeah, everyone got it? Good. And great. You are going to do this. I wanted to go over there and do that so badly. So many times. I got that mad at one point. Like, I didn't say anything, but I was honestly fuming at the idea. But like that's why I say, hey, if you get a job, expect to work. Because you think that, oh, I got this job. Okay, I'm gonna get money. I'm gonna get some easy money. And then you're like, oh no, I'm doing dishes. Oh wow, that's such a hard job. No, it's not. No, it's not. I've been a dishwasher for a long time now, and I can tell you, no, it is not. In fact, it's probably one of the easy jobs out there because all you're doing is just the same chore that you usually do at home, but this time instead, you're getting paid for it. This time, you're getting paid for it. And you get to, and it just, and not just that, but because you're in the back, like, just washing dishes, and people aren't really going to talk to you as much. And so what does that mean? Oh yeah, that's right. You can listen to music. You can listen to your podcast back there. You can be in your own little world. For introverts, that would be a great job to have because you don't have to interact with people that much. You just need to just do the dishes, and in most restaurants, people just go back and get the dishes for you and just bring them to the front without talking to you. Well, that's another thing. Another reason why I left there is because, well, one of the reasons, I asked at one point, hey, can I be a server? And they said, we just need someone to replace you. And about like 5 dishwashers came in, and I was like, okay, I found someone to replace me, and they were like, no. But I should really stop talking about that. But that's my rant on why you should, why when you get a job, you should just expect to work. Because you want money, you should expect to do some semblance of work to get it. There's no more in Coke, it's just watered down ice. I didn't remember the word for Coke after I said it, so yeah, that's my main thing. I physically recoiled. I physically recoiled when I saw that that creeper. Okay. We're doing good. We're doing good. But yeah, that's the reason why I say when you get a job, expect to work. Another reason why I said that it was male because like my brother and sister had before they started working, they had the same exact thing where they just didn't want to. They just expected the money to just appear in their hand. My sister now has a second job and has a lifeguard, and honestly, I don't really know how to feel because at one point, congratulations, you're a lifeguard now. But on the other hand, I don't have good experience with lifeguarding. It's not because I was a bad lifeguard, but I mentioned this before on channel. But I've said the fact that I got fired from being a lifeguard because of a Karen. One of the reasons why I don't have good thoughts about Karens. Then again, I don't think anyone does. Pretty sure if I get rid of a lot of these guys, then everything will be fine. What's another thing? No, we don't need this. Gotcha. That's not what I was asking for, but... Okay, well, let's get this. Come at me. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's go back into here. Let's eat. You know, I've been going for quite some time now. I think it's good timing that I get off. But I really badly want that iron. I think it's good. I think it's a good timing that I get off now. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Shows other people. Recommend this to other people. Join Discord. Link is in the description. Join my Twitch. Link is in the description. I don't know why you guys can't hear the audio in here, but thank you guys for watching. For Twitch, thank you for watching. Share this with other people. Recommend this to other people. Join my go subscribe to me over on YouTube because I'm trying to make both of these platforms a career. So thank you guys. That's gonna be it, and goodbye.